Y'all shouldn't have had all them damn kids if you can't take care of all them damn kids and watch them kids. Okay, period. That's not her job. That's not her job. He's used to dealing with women, real women. He dated a Kardashian. Bitch. Hell fucking no. Oh yeah, don't tell people what we doing here. This just our thing. This is our thing. That's what you like to say, our thing. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. We ain't got no thing, okay? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel if you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new, what's up? As you guys can see from the title, your girl is coming to you guys with a reading vlog. But actually, well, first of all, I haven't did a reading vlog in like a very long time, so I needed to, you know, I think upload one. It's been a while since I've uploaded one, even though I did try to upload one last month, but I kind of accidentally deleted the footage. So I'm going to go ahead and try this over again. So I'm coming to you guys with a reading vlog, and what really inspired me, because your girl has kind of sort of been in a reading slump, is because I actually read my first book this entire month. What's today? It's September 13th. September 13th, and I finally actually finished my first book this month. Let's not even talk about it, okay? And the gag is I actually read it under 24 hours, and it's also like my first book that I've read under 24 hours that's like 400 plus pages. I've never read a book that had that many pages under 24 hours, and it is none other than, if you guys keep up with my community tab and also follow me on my bookstagram, you guys will know that I currently just finished Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. And when I say, oh my gosh, just know your girl is pretty much going to be on a Tiffany D. Jackson.
Oh my god.
Jackson? What? Tiffany D. Jackson.
Oh my god.
Jackson? What is that? Tiffany D. Jackson, like, binge, pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm going to be on, because I'm about to read Grown, which is, let me grab it. I'm going to jump into Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, not Jackson, okay? So if you guys are not new to my channel, you're not new to this, you're true to this, you guys would know that this book has actually been on my bookshelf for a very long time. It has actually been on my bookshelf longer than Monday's Not Coming, okay? And I actually, for the longest time, thought that I got this book in 2018. But the gag is this book didn't come out till 2020. I just remember being in college like an underclassman and getting this book. And so obviously it came out in 2020 and it's 2023, so I've had about 3 years pretty much, because I feel like I got this very early on when it was released. I just read the synopsis, it sounded really good, and yeah, I had never heard anything from the author, even though I believe this one came out before Grown, because this came out again in 2020, this came out 2018. She has another book that came out in 2017. So yeah, this is like newer than this one. And so I actually did in fact read it. I did in fact also DNF it, only for the simple fact that I think at the time I was not mentally prepared for what I was about to read. I think I told you guys in like way back in my old videos that I actually DNF'd it because I was just so triggered by the content. It was just very like, oh my god, hurtful, hurt my heart a lot, and I just was triggered a lot by it. So I ended up DNFing the book and not finishing it. But again, since I decided to hop into Monday's Not Coming, which again, I got this last year. I looked at my Amazon account and I bought this like last year, November, I think November of last year. So I've had this almost to a year. I've had this book and I have not read it. It's just been sitting on my TBR shelf, baby. I have so many books. The gag is I really don't need to buy no more books, but the gag is I also bought 3 more of her books because I love this book so much. I gave it 1,000 stars out of 5, and I cried like multiple times, and I even cried at like page 35 pages in, crying. I cried quite a few bit of times in this book, actually, if I'm being truly honest. And to this, even though I started reading it yesterday and I finished it today under 24 hours. Now you might see me finish this reading vlog because I'm just reading Grown in this reading vlog. I'm just reading this book and it's like 300 some pages. So the fact that this was like 400 some pages and I read this under 24 hours, I'll probably be done with this in a day.
Nope.
Like maybe a little bit over 24 hours. Because I gotta actually go to sleep. Because I stayed up to like almost 4 a.m. reading this. That's why I was able to finish it under 24 hours. And also it was just a quick read as well. I gotta go to sleep early tonight because I got work tomorrow. So that's why I probably cannot stay up to 4 a.m. to read this. But I feel like I'll get into a good bit of length. I should be finished with this at least by tomorrow night.
Nope.
Because today is what? Wednesday? Maybe Thursday night, Friday night I should be finished, and then hopefully I can edit this quick so it can be up, so that this will be up before this. So I'm giving you guys time. By the time you see this video, I should be already starting recording this video. I might just go ahead and put it in the community tab like, y'all read this now, go get it and read it, so y'all won't be having to worry about me being spoiling nothing, because I'm definitely doing a whole entire book review of that. But yeah, I'm pretty much just here just giving you guys a intro to this reading vlog, because again it is currently nighttime and you girls about to chill in bed, and I know I'm about to read. I don't think I'm going to get any footage as of tonight other than this intro of me reading this, but I'll definitely check back in with you guys tomorrow when I get off work to talk to you guys about how it's going so far. Again, I've read this and I DNF'd, so I didn't finish it, and I think if my little dog ears are honest and true, I thought someone was on my damn book. I almost panicked. Your girl stopped reading this at chapter 42 at page 169. So I'm starting all the way back over. I'm not starting at this page because again, even though I do remember quite a bit of the story, I don't remember every little bit of it like I would like to, pretty much. Like the little nitbit pieces and stuff that I want to remember and want to know, I don't remember. Like I know her name, the dude Corey name, that she's trying to be a singer and everything. Like I know that part, but that's also in the synopsis, so it ain't too much info, but you get what I'm saying. So I'm reading it all over, so I'm really excited. And again, I told you guys I ended up buying three of her other books that I'll probably unbox in this video as well. That's coming tomorrow, so you'll probably see that in the unboxing tomorrow from Amazon. I know I said I wasn't buying nothing else from Amazon, but I also wanted those books very quickly because I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour challenge, and I just feel like why not just read a whole bunch of Tiffany D Jackson books for 24 hours, because I mean, you know, so why not do like a readathon type thing. Let's see how many books I can get done from her, because I think she does I like her writing style. It's very quick, it's very easy, and so yeah. But anyways, again, coming to you guys with a reading vlog of Grown by Tiffany D Jackson. This cover is so beautiful. This is originally why I picked this up because I remember I got this from Barnes & Noble, and I picked this up and I read the synopsis. I was like, oh, this sounds really good, and then I got it. But this is probably, I think I said this before in one of my first and my only really book shelf tour. I told you guys this is like my favorite cover of all the books that I have, and this is the prettiest cover I have. But yes, so I'm really excited. So yeah, next time you guys see me, it'll probably be me unboxing my books, and then me coming to talk to you guys about what I've read so far tonight. So see you guys in the next clip. Alright you guys, what's up? I am back. It is currently the next day, and I told you guys in this day I was gonna pretty much, you know, have more to talk to you guys about as far as Grown, how it's been going. So actually, technically, I didn't start reading this until about, technically today, because I started at like 12 a.m. because you guys know last clip I recorded at night, and I recorded it actually around like 11 p.m. so I didn't even get to start reading until 12. So technically I started reading this today, September 14th, and how far did I get? I didn't get that far. I ain't gonna cap. I did not get far. Wait, I think if I'm not mistaken, your girl stopped at page 33, chapter 8. So that's where I'm at. Didn't get far at all. Didn't get far again because I started at 12 a.m. and I had to go to sleep for work today. And I went to sleep around 1. So your girl didn't get that far. So I'm only on page 33. But one thing I can say I love about this book is that the chapters are short. So this book has a total, I want to say, of 90 chapters. Okay, but it's only like 300 and like 370 pages, something like that. So that's like my favorite type of book. Honestly, truly, a book that just has like short chapters. I would rather have a book with like 90, 100 chapters in it, as long as the chapters are short. Like some chapters are like 1 page in here and stuff. So I love that. Sorry, but I love it. Okay, and also it is kind of sort of a quick read in a way. Like it's very easy to interpret and everything like that. It's just simply your girl had to go to sleep for work. If you heard that, it's probably Rocky going behind the table because I gave him a little bone, one of those little bones that's going to take him some time to chew on and stuff. So he likes to go behind the table and chew on that because he thinks somebody's going to take his bone, which nobody's going to take it. I just gave it to you and nobody, like, there's no other dog here to take it. So yeah, but that's how far I got into Grown this morning, I should say. So I'm going to read some more, but right now, because I just got off work, just got home, went to the grocery store, and it was currently actually raining too, like storming and stuff like that, because you don't know, I live in Georgia, so I believe it was like some type of tornado or something that happened in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So we're now just kind of getting that rain and all that stuff. But so I just put up all my groceries. I'm about to go ahead and take a shower and get prepared, fix me something to eat, and then yeah, chillax and start reading. I also have some class stuff I have to do. I might do that first and then hop back into reading this, and I'll come back and talk to you guys about how, you know, how it's going and all that stuff. But I mean, I can say for the most part in the 33 pages I've read, again, because for it to be a long time since I've read this, since like 2020, I remember quite a bit of all this stuff. So that just tells you, even though I didn't finish it and I DNF'd it, it still stuck with me in a way. Just because, again, I told you guys before, it triggered the fuck out of me. So I was like, oh, I can't. I just had to stop. So I think that's really what's going to be the whole situation with just any work from Tiffany D. Jackson.
Oh my god.
I keep saying Jackson. It's not Jackson. It's Jackson. Okay, I don't, excuse me, okay? But anyways, I feel like this is about to be a continuous thing with her, where I'm just going to remember the fuck of all her books. I'm going to just keep remembering and keep thinking about it, because to be honest with you guys, Monday's Not Coming has not left my brain since yesterday. It has not, and it won't, because the way she just formatted it and just told the story with, you know, the before and the after and all that stuff, it just, when it finally clicked and made sense, you can't tell me nothing. Like, she did the damn thing with that book. I cannot wait to do a full video, a book review of that. But yeah, so, and the fact, again, because I had this all the way in 2020 and I can still remember, like, it's like me just pretty much rereading this because I want to remember the tiny little bits and pieces of what the story is about. Not because I don't remember the big stuff or even remember the characters' names. I mean, the important characters' names. I mean, I don't necessarily remember like her mom name and all that stuff, but yeah. So it was kind of just like a breeze going through it, because I kind of still remember those parts of what happened. So yeah, but I can't wait to when I really hop into it, because I think I told you guys before, based on the indents that I left, my dog ear bending that I done in some of the pages, I stopped at 169, most likely 168, chapter 41, going into chapter 42. So I really can't wait until my goal is to get to that by today, or even past that by today, because then at that point it'll be some new stuff that I never read. So yeah, but yeah, that's just my little check-in for now. So when you guys see me in the next clip, I'll be all comfortable, took a shower, got ready, ate something, and then hop right back into the book. So yeah. Okay, you guys, so let me just say this. Your girl has been reading. Okay, I've been reading. I haven't, I promise you guys. It's technically is the next day. It is exactly the next day since the time that I have recorded that other clip. I did read some of Grown. I'm currently on page chapter 15 on page 64. I know. The thing is, I for some reason have just not been reading during the day, and I don't start reading until like 12 a.m. and then I stop reading like at 1. So I don't obviously get a lot of time into reading like I should be. But today is the day. I had just currently came back from hanging out with my aunt. So in this little clip, I want to show you guys some books, because I told you guys that I had some books that I needed to unhaul because I got some books from Amazon. And also, I just wanted to show y'all something. I just needed to do like a little announcement for you guys. So while me and my aunt was out, right, I got me some Starbucks, okay? I need you guys to understand what I got, okay? Because when I say I have like the app, so I save my drinks for when, like, I already create my drinks in the like customization part of the app, and then I like put it in to add to cart. Then I click the heart so I can save it, so that I can order it when I feel like it. So I had this drink saved, and it's the Ice Grande pumpkin cream chai latte. Okay, I think it's a pumpkin. I think it's pumpkin, because you know it's fall season, so a lot of stuff is like. Let me go get my phone, because I'm playing. Okay, so I get the iced pumpkin cream chai tea latte. I get it in the size grande. I get it with almond milk. I get it with 2 pumps of chai, light ice, 3 packets of Splenda, and 3 pumps of brown sugar syrup. And I also get pumpkin spice topping, which I don't know why it doesn't show on the thing. And I have pumpkin cream cold foam on the top as well. So again, let me repeat it again. It is the almond milk, 2 pumps of chai, pumpkin cream cold foam, pumpkin spice topping, light ice, 3 packets of Splenda, and 3 pumps of brown sugar syrup. And this is the iced pumpkin chai tea latte. Looks like this. Ooh, focus. Bam. Okay. That is what this is. It's gone. This is just water flavored ice, water, whatever. Bam. Okay. When I say that is what fall is supposed to taste like, that is what fall is supposed to taste like. Nobody can tell me otherwise that that's not what fall is supposed to taste like, because baby, that tastes like fall. This is gonna be it. Even though I don't believe this is what it might be, just a fall drink, because it has the pumpkin and the chai. It's the iced pumpkin cream chai tea latte. So it might just be like a fall thing, because the pumpkin, you know, we all know when it comes to fall, pumpkin is that girl. So it's probably just fall, even though you can get the chai tea latte anytime. But that's just fall, and baby, I gotta have one a good 2 times a week. That's what it's coming down to. I got to have that 2 times a week, because it's so stinking good. Oh my god, I just need to say that on this freaking vlog. You guys got to go try it, okay? I put it somewhere in this video of what I got. You got to go try it, okay? Now that that's out the way, I'm going to go ahead and go unbox the books that I got from Amazon that actually got a little rant for you guys. Because the gag is, that was supposed to come the day before yesterday. Because if I'm not mistaken, today is the 16th. It was supposed to come the 14th. It didn't come until yesterday. So it was supposed to come on the 14th. They ended up having to move it to coming to the 15th, and then they was like, oh, it's gonna come between 7 and 10 p.m. I don't like that. Don't be coming to my house at 10 something at night, because I don't like that. That just ain't cool. And guess what? The gag is, after 10, the lady still was not here. And I say lady because I saw who delivered the package. She didn't come until like 10, 11 dropping up the stuff. So you came even after the time that you say you're supposed to come, even though y'all was already a day late. And you still behind on time. So I'm just like, okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. I need to prop you guys up somewhere. But let me go ahead and get the packages and then go ahead and unbox it. Okay. Here's the packages that I have. Some of the stuff probably are not books, they're just other stuff that I have. But I'm just gonna show you guys the books that I ended up getting, which shouldn't be a shocker from what I said earlier in this vlog, how much I really have, like, Monday's not coming has really like stuck with your girl. to the point that I am trying to like do a binge reading thing of all of Tiffany D. Jackson's works. So what I have here is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson. Tiffany D. Jackson. It's not Jackson. Oh my god. This is what it looks like. This is the cover. It looks so cute. Oh, this is cute. This is giving. The synopsis of this says, Brooklyn, 1998, Biggie Smalls was right. Things done changed. But that doesn't mean that Quadir and Jarrell are cool letting their best friend Steph's music lie forgotten under his bed after he is murdered. Not when his rhymes could turn any Bed-Stuy corner into a party. With the help of Steph's younger sister, Jasmine, they come up with a plan to promote Steph's music under a new rap name, The Architect. Soon, everyone wants a piece of him. When his demo catches the attention of a hot-headed music label rep, the trio must race to prove Steph's talent from beyond the grave before their secrets catch up with them. So that's the synopsis of this. It looks really good. Okay, so again, this is by Tiffany D. Jackson. I'm about to say Jackson. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. And then it says with the lyrics by Malik 16 Sharif. I'm not exactly sure who that is, but yeah. And of course, we're not shocked at the fact that the book is kind of beat up, because again, Amazon doesn't give a fuck about your books. We've discovered that already. Okay. And then the next book that I have is also by Tiffany D. All these books are from her in this part of the vlog, I'll say, because I do have other books that's coming tomorrow that's actually not by her. But yeah, all these books I'm unboxing in this vlog is by Tiffany D. Jackson. And this is her other book. It's called Allegedly. That's what it looks like. And then as for this one, it says, Mary B. Addison killed a baby, allegedly. She didn't say much in that first interview with detectives, and the media filled in the only blanks that mattered. A white baby had died while under the care of a church-going black woman and her 9-year-old daughter. The public convicted Mary, and the jury made it official, but did she do it? She wouldn't say. Mary survived 6 years in baby jail before being dumped in a group home. There wasn't a point to setting the record straight before, but now she's got Ted and their unborn child to think about. When the state threatens to take her baby, Mary's fate now lies in the hands of the one person she distrusts the most, her mama. No one knows the real mama, but does anyone know the real Mary? So that's pretty much the synopsis for this. So, yeah. I heard it was really good. This is supposed to be some praise for this book. It says a dark, suspenseful exploration of justice and perception. And then it says ends with a knife twist that will send readers racing back to the beginning again. So I'm actually genuinely more excited for this one. Not saying I'm not excited for this one, but this one I've heard really good. And also, I saw a little video from her Instagram page where she was talking about how to this day, because I believe it's her first piece of work that was published in like 2018, and she talks about to this day she still gets people like DMing her how they want to fire her for what happens in the very end of this book. So I'm just like, what happens in this book, girl? I don't know, but I'm actually very excited to read that one. I think this might be a book too, because in one of these packages I got some batteries. I think this is it. Why they give me that big ass package for some batteries, I'm not sure why. I don't know. Yes, and this is her other book. Had to get in the hardback, y'all, because it was cheaper. But it is The Weight of Blood. Again, Tiffany D. Jackson. And this one, the synopsis says, when Springville residents, at least the ones still alive, are questioned about what happened on prom night, they all have the same explanation. Maddie did it. An outcast at her small-town Georgia high school, Madison, Washington has always been a teasing target for bullies, and she's dealt with it because she has more pressing problems to manage. Until the morning, a surprise rainstorm reveals her most closely kept secret. Maddie is biracial. She has been passing for white her entire life at the behest of her fanatical white father, Thomas Washington. It says, after a viral bullying video pulls back the curtains on Springville High's racist roots, student leaders come up with a plan to change their image. Host the school's first integrated prom as a show of unity. The popular white class president convinces her black superstar quarterback boyfriend to ask Maddie to be his date, leaving Maddie wondering if it's possible to have a normal life. But some of her classmates aren't done with her just yet, and what they don't know is that Maddie still has another secret, and that will cost them all their lives. New York Times bestselling author Tiffany D. Jackson returns to the horror genre with a chilling and suspenseful story about the real horrors of American racism and the terrifying power of one girl to reclaim her life. Her life. And then on here it says, it was tradition that the outgoing seniors of Springville High converged into a caravan downtown on the way to their respective dances. The townspeople would line the Main Street Parade route in lawn chairs to catch a glimpse of the partygoers in their fine gowns and tuxedos. No one knew it would be the last time that most of them would be seen alive. And that's what the back looks like. It's giving very much Carrie vibes, if you know, and I read some of the comments, not the comments, but like the reviews when they talked about this, that it was like kind of like another version of it in a way of Carrie, if you guys know about Stephen King, which I've always wanted to read. I did watch the movie, but I never read the actual book, and I always wanted to read it. But I always also wanted to find a legitimate copy of the book, because some of the copies I've been seeing online have been looking funny looking. I don't know. So, but I did always want to actually read the book of it. But so yeah, that is again The Weight of Blood. Alright, you guys, what's up? I am back. It's currently, if I'm not mistaken, 9:22 p.m. I technically didn't start reading until like 8. Don't come for me. I'm so sorry. Don't come for me to hop back into it. But I've hopped back into it, and your girl is currently on page 99. Low-key 100. I'm chapter 23. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, can you see? Okay, you guys cannot see. It's not focusing. But I'm on chapter 23, about to be hitting page 100. And I told you guys the first time I read this, I believe I got to... Sorry, I'm kind of using this hand to look. I got to page 169. So I'm about 69 or 70 pages away from hitting that mark that I've read before back in the day. So then I'll be all caught up into getting into new territory. But I'm pretty sure I'll get to that tonight. Because again, I'm trying to get to this, like the ending of this by tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, if so.
Nope.
Because I have quite a bit of stuff I got to do tomorrow. So I want to get at least a lot of stuff, a lot of reading done tonight. As far as what I gotta say, what's going on with the story. Okay, so let me say this first. I did some research because, I mean, I read the synopsis for you guys. I don't even want to say a relationship because it's not a, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to call it. All I know is Enchanted, which is the main character, the main female character, she's 17 years old. Now, the main male character of this is Corey Fields. He is a R&B singer, hit singer, artist, very well known. He is 29. Enchanted wants to be a singer. She loves singing. Blase. She's 17. She ends up meeting Corey at a singing competition, like some singing competition that's on BET. And she doesn't end up getting chosen to participate in the competition, but he ends up seeing her and likes her voice and blase. And it kind of starts off from there as far as like their whole like situation and relationship. Now, I did my research because where this is based, they're in New York. And I just wanted to see what exactly the like age of consent was, just to see. The age of consent in New York is 17. So the gag is she's technically 17, which means that if anything like sexual between them two is not considered rape or anything. I'm probably have to blur that out because you know YouTube. But the R word is not considered that because she would be of age and consent. But we all know that it's just a level of disgusting, inappropriate. Even though legally it's nothing wrong, that doesn't mean, let's be honest, okay? There's been a lot of laws that have been put in place that we know are not right, are not cool, you know? So just because it's not illegal don't mean it ain't, that means it's right, you know? I mean, you're a 29-year-old man, almost 30 years old, messing with a 17-year-old. It's just not working. It's not hitting, okay? So it's just, because we get it from her point of view, and I don't want to necessarily say she is, how do I explain this? We know she is a big fan of his, and we know that she loves singing, and we know that she has like a crush on him. And let's be honest, I think we've all at one point at our younger age have had a crush on someone who is extremely older, especially if they're artists, right? When it comes to a point where the older person in the situation is the most responsible for like putting this in its place. You're a child at the end of the day, and he is just not acting like that. He is not addressing this as a situation where she is younger, she's a child. And again, technically, because of the consent age in New York is 17, so therefore it's just like, but nothing sexual has went on. But it's just the fact that, you know, I can't really talk about that point because it's not illegal, but we know it's still wrong in that sense. And also just the other sneaky shit that he doing low key, like let's talk about the whole, he wants to do everything low key. He don't want to like let nobody know what's going on. That's a red flag. Red flag. Like, if you gotta sneak and do some shit, you wanna be all on the low, that ain't gonna work, boo. You already know you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. It's either that, or as a person who is pretty much being manipulated and used in a situation, you gotta realize, like, hold up. You don't want nobody ever to be seen. You don't want to ever be seen with me. You don't want nobody to know nothing about that. Like, at the, you know, Enchanted should be feeling that way and be noticing the red flags. But I also think, again, one, she's young. Two, she loves singing. She wants to be a singer, and she knows that this is the guy to put her on because he's like a big time artist. And she's getting all these opportunities that she was never thought could even happen. And also, I remember just not too long ago me reading a paragraph or so, her mentioning how like because I'm at the point now where she is in the studio with him at his house, just them two, while her parents just sit in the car outside. So she mentions how her just being there in the studio, being able to sing and like, you know, do all this like music related stuff with him, like if she could stay there forever, she would, because it's like none of her like family wants her to sing. Like, her grandma was somebody, only one who really like motivated her to sing and to like do all that stuff and always allow her to be herself and just to sing and just do what she do best. Whereas her parents, you know, haven't really, you know, allowed that for her, because I genuinely think it's because she's like a third parent, which pisses me off, because at the end of the day, she said this line somewhere in the book, if I can, I most likely highlighted it. It's on page 50. I'm so happy I highlighted it, and I highlighted it in bright ass pink, so I'm definitely gonna be able to pinpoint when I highlight something. But I highlighted it on page 50, not 56, excuse me, page 50, before chapter 12. It says, "For now, we just want you to be a normal teenager. There's nothing normal about being trapped in the house taking care of kids you didn't birth." Period. Okay, because at the end of the day, she's like a third parent. She's responsible for taking care of the littles, which is what she calls her little siblings, and making sure they eat, blase blase. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't saying nothing wrong with taking care of, you know, your family and nothing like that, but at the same time, that's not her job. Those not her kids. Y'all shouldn't have had all them damn kids if you can't take care of all them damn kids and watch them kids. Okay, period. That's not her job. That's not her job. Okay? It's just not working. And honestly, if I'm being genuinely honest, her parents and just the whole situation with where they're living, what they do, they obviously are in a situation where they're making money because they're a part of this group called Will and Willow, which is like a group for black families and black children specifically. I guess you could consider them the elites, the black elites, so where they can get in contact with other black kids of their status, because where they are is predominantly white, so they're able to connect to other black kids who are also elite, you know, and not just being around a whole bunch of other white kids. So I mean, they're not financial, I mean, in a way they kind of technically are still financially struggling because they're living check to check, if I'm not mistaken, even though they're making money, because I feel like the mom's a nurse and I forgot what the dad does. I forgot. But honestly, truthfully, they're giving me living like the Joneses, living above their means. That's what they're giving me. And it's like they will be making money. They could be making some good money to where they don't have to live check to check, bill to bill, whatever the case may be, if they weren't living above their means. Like if they weren't living in this area, you know, that's very high end. Let me say that. It's just doing too much. And in that case, you know, y'all can't, you know, spend no money on a nanny. Y'all might as well just use y'all older kid. And in a way, at the same time, that ain't right to me, because again, that ain't her job. So it's just like she's not really able to be herself in the scene like she would like to. So I guess with all that being the situation, she looks at it as like, with being with him, she's able to be herself, be free, and sing. And I definitely think if the situation was different, as far as like her living situation with her parents, and if they were more in a situation where they could be financially comfortable, because I don't think, from what I've read, it's financially comfortable. If I mentioned, she said they have to live check to check, and that at one point they had this little event going on with their little group, the Will and Willow group, and her and her little sister Shay, they are now a part of the group because you got to enter it at a certain age. They hadn't turned in money yet for it or something like that, and I guess it's because you know, her parents ain't got paid yet to do it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, if y'all weren't trying to live like the Joneses, you feel me, and you actually was living like where y'all could financially be living at comfortably without, you know, kind of low-key struggling, maybe the situation would be a whole lot different for Enchanted, to where being in a situation with this man wouldn't feel like, oh my god, a big time deal for her, if that makes sense. Like, 'cause again, she said she didn't feel like she was able to truly be herself and be able to sing, because she said nobody else wanted her to sing, as far as like her family and stuff. So, because again, with her singing, it kind of takes away from her being at home taking care of the littles. So, I'm just saying, if y'all had thought a little bit better as far as y'all living situation and not trying to live like the Joneses, maybe this situation where she's with this older man, she wouldn't look at him as a fucking god, because she truly does, and it's just annoying because you see the little ways he's manipulative towards her, and it's just annoying. It's fucking annoying, and all you can do is just be like, try to understand it, because at the end of the day, she is a kid. She's 17, and it's just like, sister, stop it. Okay, let me just read y'all one part that had me all the way fucked up. Okay, so this is the part where he texts her, and he texts her to send him a pic. This is page 91, chapter 21, and blase about it. She's trying to figure out how to like pose and shit like that to send this fool a pic. Then he sends another text saying, "Hey, where's my pic?" Excuse me. And then next thing you know, she ends up sending him just like a basic old smile picture, whatever. Then he ends up texting her and saying, "You always cut your hair short." She then says, "I give in to the instinct to glide a hand down the back of my neck. Yeah, it's easier for swim meets," because she swims as well. Then it goes, "Within seconds, I regret the answer. Stupid, you sound like a kid, and this is Corey Fields. He's used to dealing with women, real women. He dated a Kardashian. Bitch, hell fucking no. Are you fucking kidding me?" I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, It's so many things I can say about that sentence right there. So many. So many things. But then past that part, past that sentence, this fool gonna say some ignorant ass shit. Like, this the shit that be pissing me off. This is what he say. He says, you ever think about growing it out? For fucking what, bitch? Did I not just fucking say I have my hair short for my fucking swim meets? Can you not fucking read like that? No, I know it shouldn't piss me off, but it pisses me off because I know he on some dirty shit. That's why it's already pissing me off. Because at the end of the day, I just said why my hair's not cut. So why are you talking about it? You ever think? Because no. Because if you know, you know that it is some underlying shit towards that. Like, to anybody that might just be a simple ass question, but if you know, you know. It's not a simple ass question. It's some real ignorant ass shit under that when it comes to hair in the black community. Let's just be honest. So it just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I just said no. But then she responds, no, why? But of course we never get to finish that convo because she was supposed to help fix dinner, and so her mom was coming up the stairs and she had to like not text him anymore because again, he wants everything on the low, so nobody even knows that she has his number. They be communicating on the low. See, that's how you know it's some shit you ain't supposed to be doing if you can't let nobody know. And he makes it clear, like when they even in the first time in the studio, he's like, oh yeah, don't tell people what we doing here. This just our thing. This just our thing. That's you like to say, our thing. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. We ain't got no thing, okay? Okay, and then let's not forget, right before I get to page 100, I'm on chapter 23 now, it's the scene where she told him that her dad was going to be, they're going to have 2 more hours in the studio. And he's like, okay, bet. He starts smiling, cheese and shit. Okay, so this is like the last page on page 98. One of these girls, I guess, that works for him, Jessica, she comes in, and this is what it says. It says, excuse me, sir, Enchanted's dad is here. Corey shoots me an annoyed glance. Thought you said we had 2 more hours, he snaps. My mouth opens, but nothing comes out. So you lied to me, he hisses, walking towards me just as Daddy enters the room, gazing at all the plaques and the awards. Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, I'm a little early, he says, beaming at me. Traffic was just too crazy, so I decided to turn around, pop back in. I didn't mean to wreck y'all flow or nothing. I know how y'all artists can be sensitive about y'all ish. Corey, composing himself, winces a smile. Nah, it's all good, he says, through clenched teeth. We were just about to record. Enchanted, why don't you just jump in the booth and show your father what we've been working on? And that's the end of that page. And then you go into page 99, chapter 23. You hear that? He talking through clenched teeth. He over here snapping. So you lied to me. Why are you all rowdy about it? Like why are you all rowdy about it? It's not that deep. It's never that deep. It's never been that deep. It's never been that deep. I just know he's on some bullshit. But yeah, it's just I'm really I mean, it's not a spoiler because we learn in the synopsis that Corey feels is dead, so he gonna die eventually. But the mystery thriller of it all is who killed him and like how it happened and shit. And I wonder, how does it happen? Like, I'm trying to remember names and shit of like people just so I can be like, okay, I know you and you was here and this would happen. You know, I'll be trying to like remember the names and shit because I'm just ready for the part where he dies and then I try to figure out who did it. And he just so ignorant. Honestly, ignorant. I can't. And I try to give my girl Enchanted benefit of the doubt. She's a child at the end of the day. I just wish it didn't have to go out like this, but Lord, we'll see. We will see. My goal as of right now, what time is it? It's 9:41. It's 9:41. So my goal is to really keep reading. My goal, because again I'm at page 99. I want to get at least, that leaves me, because this is like 300 something pages. I could read all that tomorrow. So my goal for tonight is to get to 200. I might take some breaks here and there, but pray for me. I get to 200. See you guys when I get to 200. I might come back and yeah, 200. Unless I'm tired, then I'll just see y'all in the morning, come back to y'all then. But my goal for tonight is to reach to 200. So yeah. Okay. In fact, hold on. Where did I put my phone? Let me go get my phone. Oh. I went all the way in the other room just for my phone to be under this book. It is currently September 18th. I talked to you guys September 16th telling you guys that night I was going to read all the way up to like page 200, and then September 17th I was going to read all that morning and finish it up. And actually I also told you guys when I got to page 200 I was going to come back and update you guys on how I was feeling. Well, the gag is, one, I did not read to page 200 on September 16th. In fact, I didn't even get close to 200. I was like at 120 something. That's the page I stopped at. And then the next following day, I just continued reading, which was yesterday, and I did read up. Well, I actually finished the book this morning. I finished it like at 2 a.m. because I was still reading. So technically today, the 18th. But I read all of yesterday, 17th. And when I got to page 200, I decided just to not come back and just to come back at the very end when I finished the book to come with my overall rating and how I was feeling. And I'm kind of happy that I decided to do that because, baby, let me tell you, if I had came to you guys at page 200, your girl would have had some things to say about how I was feeling, and it wouldn't have been on the good side. Let me just say that. And okay, and also I believe I mentioned in one of my previous clips how before I like to like give you guys an update, well not an update, but a review, not a review, but a rating on how I think I'm going to like the book based on synopsis and how, you know, my taste is in books. I don't know if I ever gave you the number, but I remember I brought it up, but I don't think I gave you guys the number. But the number would have been 4.75. That's what I thought I would have given this book. I didn't think it was going to be a 5-star specifically because I had already tried to read this back in like 3 years ago and I DNF'd it. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be a 5-star for me, but I do think I'm going to enjoy it, especially because I did love Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. So I was like, I'll give it a 4.75. With me finishing the book this morning at like 2 a.m., staying up reading it, it is not a 4.75. It is in fact a 4 stars. I gave it 4 stars. So, yeah. Originally, I'm happy that I did not come back to you guys at... Sorry if my camera's like swaying. I kind of have it on my journal right now that's on top of my bed. And it's on my bed and I'm leaning on it, so with me moving, it's kind of moving the camera, but sorry about that. But anyway, I'm happy I didn't come to you guys at the 200 mark. Because if I came to you guys at the 200 mark, if I came back to you guys at the 200 mark, it would have been lower than 4 stars. Because at one point I was like, okay, this is giving a 3 star. And then at some point it got to like a 3.75. And then it just automatically, at the very end, how the end happened, I gave it a 4 star because of the ending specifically. It bumped it up. Oh my god, it was just so many emotions and so many things that I was feeling throughout this book, especially because, as you guys may know from previous books, and like not even really previous books, because I haven't really done a lot of reading vlogs like I would like to do on the channel, which I'm going to get into, best believe. But you have kind of known from my like reading wrap-ups, because I try to tell you guys like the book that I DNF, and then I go from 1 star all the way to 5 stars, and so I tell you in those like videos how I'm feeling about the book, what I like, what I didn't like. So based off those videos, if you guys have seen any of my wrap-ups, you guys should know that certain things, like certain tropes or stuff like that, are not my thing. Your girl just don't like them, just can't stand them. One of them will be like the lack of self-preservation that some characters have, especially more so the female characters have. The lack of self-preservation, baby, it is such a pet peeve, because at some point it just seemed very unrealistic. Just unrealistic. And not only just the lack of self-preservation, but also just the lack of self-love, okay? Like allowing any and everybody to talk to you like you fucking crazy, like they fucking crazy, and you just allowing it for whatever reason. That allowing the bare minimum of, like, you know, respect from people, mostly from like male characters, or it could be like a type of romantic type of situation. Those situations like that, baby, I cannot stand. I can't stand it. I can't. I won't. I will not tolerate it. Blase, blase. Now the thing is with this book, because this is kind of the case with this book, it's kind of a slippery slope, if I say so myself, simply because it's not really a consensual relationship at the end of the day, because she is like, see, this is the thing. I want to say because she is underage, but the gag is, when I told you guys in the previous clip, the consensual age in New York, because this is where it's set in, is 17, and she's 17. So I don't know if you would consider that under the age as far as Enchanted and Corey's situation. Now, is Corey a pedophile? Hands down. I just don't know if you can consider it that way with her situation, because she is of the legal age. And he also mentions it in the book at a part where they're in Georgia, they're in Atlanta, and he said something about the consensual age in Georgia is 17 as well. If I'm not mistaken, when I did research like way back in the day, it was 16. It was actually lower than that. Let me make sure. What is it? Just to see. Yeah, it says the age of consent is 16 in the state of Georgia. That means that a person must be 16 years or older to legally consent to sexual activity. If the person is not at least 16 years old, they cannot consent to sex with anyone according to the law. So it's 16 actually, it's not 17. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, so, I mean, that's still worse than 17 if I'm being honest. But I'm just saying, because he mentioned this in the book, because they come to his place in Georgia to do like a checkup on Enchanted, which we find out later on in the book is from her parents. Her parents have been trying to get in contact with her, and the people who was supposed to be like going back and forth between her parents and Enchanted, you know, giving them updates and stuff, is not getting in contact with her. What was her name? Jessica. She has not been like any help to them at all as far as like knowing what's going on with Enchanted, if she's okay, if she's alive. So they constantly are sending the police to this place to like do checkups on her. And of course Corey is like agitated, and he's like, well, you know, the consent age is like 16. Oh no, he said 17 in Georgia. And they're like, yes, we're very grateful that you know the law in Georgia, but like stuff like that. But so that's the thing with that. I don't know how we can like pin that as like, you know what I mean. But of course it could still be pinned to him, because it's situations that have happened prior to the situation with Enchanted where the girls were actually younger. They were like 15. So boom, you can get him for those situations, but I don't know if you can do it as far as Enchanted, because she is of the legal age. But either way, just besides the whole age thing, the abuse, the lock her in a room to piss in, barely getting her addicted to some type of drug, some purple drink. I don't know. I thought it was scissor. I think that's what they call it. I don't know. Nothing about drugs. I don't know. But I forgot what the drink was called. But she got addicted to that, like this purple drink she keeps calling it in the book. And it was just so much. And it's like, because I don't like those things about the lack of self-preservation, the lack of like just self-respect, it was just very hard to get through that part of the book, because it's been many times where like she would kind of get a glimpse like, oh, this is not right, this is not right, but then he'll like do some ignorant ass stupid shit where he'll be like, oh, if you leave me, I'll off myself. And bitch, it got to a point for me, I was like, okay bitch, do it. Am I supposed to care?
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Because I don't care not one bit about you doing that. That does nothing to me. That does not affect me. Go ahead. Record it and put it on YouTube at this point. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry, but you're a piece of shit. Like, he be pretty much like being manipulative and abusive to her by saying like, if you leave, I'll off myself. And I'm just like, girl. Because Enchanted was like, oh, I don't want him to do that. She just too much of a good-hearted person for me. Because, bitch, okay. Go ahead. We'll wait. Like, that ain't gonna work on me. I'm sorry. It just ain't gonna work on me. It is what it is on that. So it's just stuff like that. It was just like very, very, very hard to get through. So I was just pushing myself because I did not want to DNF this again. I think I enjoyed it way more past the 200 mark, because at this point, you know, she finally acknowledges that this is wrong, this is abuse, and she ends up getting away from him. And so we're pretty much getting the story of her life, like trying to get away from him and still like trying to acquire a music career. But you kind of see him still like stalking her, following her, finding her number even though she changed it, has a new phone and stuff like that. And we're also getting to the parts a lot of other women and girls, really, well, there were girls, but now they might be women, or some are also still girls who are coming out saying that he did this to them, this and that and all that stuff like that. So you got that going on. You got him still stalking her, following her when she's still trying to like do other stuff, like with the Will and Willow group thing and all that stuff. And then, you know, a sex tape comes out and she's just constantly saying it's not her. And I believed it, because again, I don't believe she ever had like with him, but she did do other sexual things to him. You know what I'm saying? And then you also have this situation with her best friend Gab, who, girl, I honestly thought she was gonna pull a Monday's Not Coming type of situation with the whole psychological thing going on with her, like, cause like for a while they was saying there's no Gab, there's no Gabby, there's not a real person, and so it was kind of making her go crazy. Like, I know I have a friend named Gab, but Gab was never texting her back. Never, like, when she did have her phone when she was with Corey and on tour with him, she was never getting back to her. And then her mom was like, well, I never ever seen her, and then you don't have pictures of her. So it was making me think like, girl, what's going on? Are you going a little cuckoo, what's going on, truly? But I was happy the way that planned out, that she actually was a real person, that she was not going crazy. And then we all know, one thing I will say, for the most part, I don't really know how I feel about the whole supposed to be murder mystery type thing. It's not giving murder mystery, or just like a mystery / thriller type thing. That doesn't come in until like after like 260, and this is a 300 and something page book. 260, that's when it really pops off as far as like the mystery thriller genre. So it's just like, it's very, like, if you're looking like, oh, this is a mystery thriller, you gonna be waiting a while to get to that part. You're gonna be waiting for a while. Also, personally, I do really wish that the relationship, let me put that in quotation marks, relationship between Corey and Enchanted was better, like, more detailed. And I say that because, again, with me not liking like the whole like just letting motherfuckers disrespect you and even talk to you any type of way, like, it's gotta be some type of foundation built to where somebody gonna be talking to you like that, like talking to you crazy, and you could have some type of level of delusion that makes sense to me. I hope that makes sense how I'm explaining it. Like, for what we learn or we know about the relationship between Corey and Enchanted at the beginning before she goes on tour with him, it's not a lot for me to truly believe this girl is going to be that and I hate to say it, but naive enough to let a man lock you in a room and make you pee in a bucket for you to still stay. It's gotta be more. It's gotta be more, because the thing is, you have other situations and other points where she's very aware of what's wrong, what's right, especially when they had this little gathering at Will and Willow, which again I told you guys, like a little group for like very elite black families, for their kids to like be like in this little, like a little group, this little club, if you will. And so something happens at one of their parties where one of the guys in the group kind of pushes up on Enchanted, and you know, pretty much is kind of giving the vibe that he's gonna like do some inappropriate shit that she's not want happen to her. And so she ends up like saying, if you don't leave, I'm gonna scream and stuff like that. And then he ends up backing away. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. We find out he's like drunk and all that stuff, whatever the case may be. So it's like, you're aware of stuff like that, but then you got this dude over here who over here locking you in a fucking in the room with a bucket of piss in, and hitting you upside the head, making you wear a wig because he don't like how your hair is. He like long and all that shit, like just dehumanizing you, and you constantly coddle the fuck out of him. I don't understand. That's when it doesn't make sense, because you understand when the I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not gonna say it. We're gonna call him C, because I know his name starts with C. When C does it, you know that's wrong, and you like, if you don't get away from him, I'm gonna scream so that everybody can hear. But then when he do it, Corey is just like, so that's why I'm saying it's gotta be some type of relationship, some other shit that was said that we did not read in the book to make her believe that he was so in love with her. You get what I'm saying? That she was so in love with him. But we didn't get that as the reader. It wasn't a lot of back and forth between them. Enough for me to believe that she would allow a motherfucker to talk to you like that. Because it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I felt like if it was a little bit more detailed, we got a little bit more insight on that quote-unquote relationship, it would have been more understandable on my end. I'm gonna be honest. But it just seemed like the man didn't talk that fucking much. She was just madly in love with him the first time she saw eyes on him, and was just gonna let him do any other thing. Maybe that was what it was. She was just so big fan, wanted to be a singer, and just he was attractive and paid her a little. It honestly seemed like a little bit of attention, and she just ran with it. And it just kind of sucks because so much shit came down on her when he was the one in the wrong, because at the end of the day, he was an adult, you know. But he was over here raping 15-year-olds, so it was just like, oh, hell no, he crazy. But, you know, and I don't know, as far as, like, the mystery, thriller aspect of it, when you find out who the killer is, it's like, oh, okay. And that part, honestly, is truly, genuinely confusing as well, because, I'm going to just say it, since I already spoiled a little bit of it already. Jessica and the other guy, who, I don't even know if he would say his manager. What was that man's name? Richie and Jessica. Jessica was like, she pretty much was helping him pimp out girls. I'm really being honest. Supposedly she was supposed to be a singer as well, who Corey promised stardom. But Enchanted came, and I guess all these other girls really came and took the spotlight from her. So she came a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But my understanding is, she's like in her 30s, so I was kind of confused as to like how he could have promised her stardom when he was younger than her. I mean, he was more famous, of course, so he could have done it, but I just didn't understand that aspect. I thought he would have been doing that mostly to young girls and stuff like that, the whole thing. But she's like in her 30s or something, so you got that, and you got Richie. Who was he? He was like, I don't know if you would call him his manager. He kind of low-key was. He had these little bits and pieces in the book. Him and his son. His son, fuck his son, honestly. Fuck his son. He's a piece of shit. And I thought he was gonna be a good guy, but the motherfucker switched up on us. I was like, oh, that motherfucker right there. Fuck him. And then Richie, who I guess you could say his manager, I guess was in love with Jessica, and Jessica felt some type of way that she wasn't like the apple of Corey's eye, so she set it all up to where pretty much Richie will kill Corey. And yeah, it wasn't that extravagant, if I'm being honest. Like the plot twists and everything, all that, it wasn't as extravagant as Monday's Not Coming to me personally. For the reason, even though I enjoyed the story, I like the message that it was trying to portray, especially when it comes to black women and black girls and people not believing them and all that stuff. And I love the ending when we find out, you know, that I'm not gonna spoil that, but having that little ending at the end with Enchanted, I was like, thank you. Like that good little payback, you feel me? Good little payback. And then, you know, we end up finding out that with everybody like coming out like every week about how they had been raped or abused by Corey, I'm gonna have to blend it out. But anyways, with all that happening and all that coming out like every single week, people like start playing his music, you know, all that stuff. They pretty much canceled him as a dead motherfucker in the grave 6 feet under. We love to see it. Don't we love to see it? We love to see it, okay? So yeah, you guys, that was a reading vlog of Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, and I'm ending it with a 4 stars. Yeah. Now let's hope that by the time I do a September wrap up, it stays 4 stars, because y'all know I'm quick to switch something up real quick. But for right now, it's gonna be 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I love the cover. This is where I originally got the book all those years back, because I love the cover. It's so cute. I can't wait to get my bookshelf, situated so that I can have this book like faced out, because it needs to be faced out so you all can see it. It's so cute. As you guys saw from previous clips of my book haul of other Tiffany D. Jackson books that I got, best believe you guys will be seeing reading vlogs of that, because currently I'm planning on doing like a reading vlog of the Hunger Games, just because I get this only like 3 books in the series and they're short and stuff, and I have all of them. I'm planning on doing that, and I also want to do a 24-hour reading challenge. I think I want to do that. I've never done that, like a whole 24 hours staying up type thing. I just got to get my sleeping schedule situated. I want to try to start recording that Friday, and it's currently Tuesday when it's currently Monday. As of right now. So yeah, that's the go. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. If you did, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Also make sure you turn on your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Also comment down below, what did you like about the book or what you didn't like. What did you give the rating of the book, and have you even read it yet? So, you know, comment that down below. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!